And now you can see the Friday Shot Day Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv.
Rough Edge FM at roughedgefm.com.
It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours and great happy hour specials. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Turn it up, get ready for the roar. Friday Shot Day Show, knocking on your door. Grab your glass, pour that liquid fire. We're gonna drink till we can't get no higher. Friday Shot Day Show, gonna make you scream. Raise your glass high, live that wild dream. Feel the burn, let it take control. Pour another round, lose your soul.
Friday Shot Day Show.
Tonight is a very important night, and you may not know about it, so let me play this for you now. It's a little early in the show, and we'll play this again, but I just want you to be aware of this. Welcome to the Friday Shot Day Show. Sure, you've seen the big stuff on TV. They made the Statue of Liberty disappear. They've walked through the Great Wall of China. They've fired a .44 Magnum and cut the bullet in their teeth. But have you ever seen magic close up? I mean really close up. So close you can reach out and touch it. Well, now you can at Spellbound at the Table. Join your hosts, father and son team James and Joshua Lantine, as they treat you to an evening of close-up magic that takes place right before your eyes, mere feet or sometimes even inches away. Each month they welcome a special guest magician, handpicked from the legendary Magic Castle, who will astonish you with amazing feats that would seem impossible anywhere, except in a theater of magic. Spellbound at the Table, an awe-inspiring evening of miracles and wonder, takes place every second Friday at 7 p.m. at the House of Magic in Santa Paula. For more information or tickets, please call 1-855-300-4422 or visit thomagic.org. So that's where you should be tonight. Come down to the House of Magic and check out the magic show. We have Greg Alexander on board. And also Uncle Rich, not my Uncle Rich, apparently her Uncle Rich.
Nope, not my Uncle Rich either.
Well, if he's rich, let's make him.
I don't know if that's a name for his magic name or something, but I think they pronounce it Uncle Rick, not Uncle Rich.
Oh, how do they pronounce Uncle? Uncle? So anyway, they'll be here tonight at the House of Magic, and
that could be a typo up there.
Well, you'll find out when you get down here.
Absolutely.
Our tickets are still available, so check out THOmagic.org.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get that straight. And get your tickets and come on down. You get to see the fantastic House of Magic and the new the newly remodeled theater. If it was noodly, it'd be a whole different event, but it's not. And you'll be able to enjoy. I'll tell you what, I've only been to one of these shows because I'm so close to these things that I see it every day. I can't leave here without Joshua showing me a trick. But it is amazing magic. It is really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And these guys are all people or most of them are, who've played at the Magic Castle.
Yeah.
So you're getting Magic Castle.
Our headliners are usual. I mean, I think pretty much our headliners are always from the Magic Castle. We do have the first part of the show. We let magicians who are either learning or enthusiasts, people who are associated with the House of Magic.
Yes.
We encourage them to come in and have a little bit that they do. It's like a little, there's a name I'm trying to think of for
like a little audition
showcase.
Introduction showcase. That's a better word, showcase.
Yeah. And so even young students, we've had some really young kids come and perform.
That. Yeah.
And then we've had older people come perform. And, you never know who's going to perform. Jim teaches lessons to a whole array of people from 8 years old to 100 years old. So if you are a willing participant, then you can come down and he does do that for the first part of the show. And then the closing is with one of our Magic Castle magicians.
And if you want to see this magic trick,
well, Jim is always doing that
you
one.
just come down and ask Jim to show it to you, and you'll see that going on down there.
Yep.
And Joshua has shown me some amazing card tricks that I don't know how he does them. I don't want to know how he does them, but it's just, I love to see them. I never, it's like when you go to the movies, a lot of people, they buy a movie on DVD and it has the special effects. This is how he did that scene in space. I don't want to know how you did the scene in space. I just want to enjoy the magic of it all. So
that was a perfect segue into my story.
oh, good. Julie has been waiting to tell me a story. So
Yes.
we're going to let her tell that. Anyway, House of Magic tonight. What time? 7:00?
Yes.
15500 Telegraph Road in Santa Paula.
West Telegraph.
West Telegraph Road. If you're coming from Ventura, trust me, it's not as far as it sounds. It's really, really close and definitely worth a visit. So tell us your story.
My segue?
Yes.
Okay. And there's a reason why you'll see it's a segue.
Okay.
So
We'll get
yesterday,
to the drinking shortly. So.
Yeah. Yesterday we had some film crew people come in. Do you remember the film project called Greenlight that was on HBO?
Yes.
Well, there's another one happening. It's not Greenlight, but it's something very similar. And our stunt man is involved with one of the groups.
Doug?
Yep. And he has, they're doing stuff with magic. It's not, their movie isn't about magic. It's about Bess's ring. Bess was Houdini's wife.
Oh, nice.
Her ring was stolen and they're trying to, or sold or something, and they're trying to get it back. And so they end up in a magic warehouse. So they were borrowing a lot of our large illusions.
Yeah, very cool.
And we have our storage unit full of large illusions on top of the stuff we have here.
You got to see that if you get a chance. It's amazing. That you guys do tours of that? You should. David Copperfield did.
that would be like a 2-second tour.
I think some of Copperfield stuff's in there. I don't know that.
It not Copperfield, but there is Harry, the one from Night Court.
Harry Anderson.
Yes, we do have a Harry Anderson.
Oh, very nice. That's very nice.
Magician's Revenge.
I didn't mean to interrupt your story. So they're making
anyhow,
a movie about Tess, you said?
Yeah, Tess's ring, and they're trying to get it back. So anyhow, they came and got some magic from us, and then we were talking to one of the guys who is part of this project, and he was talking about this, that, and the other thing, and then all of a sudden he said, now he's English, you can definitely tell his accent, and he's talking about something, and he goes, oh, interesting fact, I was a double for a couple characters on Harry Potter. And I went, oh, tell me who. I said, I'm a fangirl. I watch it every year between Halloween and Christmas. It's like my segue into the season. And so he told me Dudley, the scene in the last movie where Harry and Dudley are running away from the Dementors.
Uh-huh.
It's not the last season. Sorry. That's a different one. I can't remember the name of it right now, but Dudley couldn't do it. He wasn't well that day. So that was him.
Oh, very
running from the Dementors. And then he was also Crab Doyle's double.
Oh, really?
So I said, oh my God, that's so amazing.
Did you ever sign your drum head?
Not the drum head. So I said, I'm going to be a total fangirl. I said, my daughter-in-law and I both absolutely love Harry Potter. We watch it every year. I said, would you mind signing something for us? Well, we just happen to have in our shop Harry Potter cards, the decks.
That's right.
So I got a green one for me because I like green. And then I got a blue one for Jen because she likes the color blue. And he signed the card and he put the two characters that he
Very nice.
And
do you have one of them there?
Me a picture, and this is him because that's Dudley.
That's pretty cool. He looks
So
a little
I
bit
can-
like Travis.
I can print up the picture to give to Jen as well, but there's proof that yes, he actually,
He
and
actually did.
he the whole time they were doing the movies, he was out there doing things with them. He said he still hangs out with them. And I asked, he's like, oh, this guy was really cool. This guy was always drunk. This guy was da 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 da. And I said, okay, let me ask you a question, because I've always liked the twins. The twins were like one of the character groups that I just really was very fond of. I said, are they as cool in real life as they were in the movie? And he said, absolutely. They were very fun guys to be around.
Now, how many of those movies are there? How many Harry Potter actual? I'm not counting the new series or anything like that. Just how many movies were there? It's either 6 or 7, I think, because they split one.
Yes. How many Harry Potter movies are there?
Because I know that I'm not the audience member for that
Oh.
series.
Wait a minute.
Julie's getting the info for us.
Yes, I am.
But my son was into Harry Potter.
7.
7 movies.
But
Okay.
7 is split.
Yeah. My son was a kid then, and he was big into Harry Potter, and I would read it to him, even though I didn't need to. He was old enough to read it on his own, but it was just our thing. We did that. And I got hooked on it. And so I was the last book that came out. They had all the bookstores were open at midnight, which I first thought was just awesome that a bookstore was open at midnight. Secondly, hundreds of kids in line to get their copies. I also thought how cool these kids are actually sitting here reading. And I couldn't wait myself to find. I read the book that night. I think I was up till like 4 a.m. reading. I couldn't put it down. I'm a Harry Potter fan too, but I have not seen any of the movies more than once.
Oh, well,
I need to get the Blu-rays or something.
Yeah, and if you notice with the movies, they get darker.
Yes,
The storyline gets darker, but the movie itself, the filming of it, and it's intentional. It gets darker. So
That's
by the
smart.
time you get to the end one, because that was one of Ken's biggest gripes, the end ones are harder to watch for somebody older because he said they get darker. And I said, yeah, they intentionally did that to create that more creepy, more tormented feel that you get in the Deathly Hallows.
that's smart. That's something that's thinking in the beginning, because I don't think that, and I know people are going to argue with me. Don't send me your emails because I don't care what you think. But I thought all 7 movies were excellent. I thought I was into every single one of them.
Yeah, and I don't care what people think either, because I absolutely love them and I watch them every single year. And there's, like I said, I watch it between Halloween and Christmas because each movie has the spirit of both, because there's always a Christmas and there's always like the Halloween period in each of the movies. And they were great. They were real. It's an iconic thing. It's not
is.
meant to be taken seriously. So people need to let go of some of that constipation that they have about this needs to be this way. No, you need to look at it for what it is. It's a really creative, interesting, fun story. And I thought they were really well done.
Yes, that's exactly my feeling as well. They did not one of those 7 movies is weak. There's 1 or 2 that are weaker than the others, but it doesn't hurt them. Doesn't hurt the whole series. And John Williams did the score for what, half of them or something?
Yeah.
So that alone is worth your price of admission. But I can get the whole set for $55 on eBay. I think I might order that.
And the detail. If you don't appreciate the movies, then you haven't really dove into what it took to make them. The detail they put into some of those scenes is absolutely 100% incredible.
And you know why? They had endless money. Those movies, the budgets were astronomical because they knew we got $1 billion movie sitting here. We're fine. We can spend this money.
It went well enough that they still have a museum in England
Yeah.
that honors Harry Potter and the
they,
whole concept.
They
so.
removed areas of, in fact, one of the things they removed was one of my favorite venues in Southern California, the Universal Amphitheater. God, I used to love to go to concerts there. They destroyed Universal Amphitheater and put Harry Potter World there. And I get it. I don't care how many, unless you got, Taylor Swift playing there every night, you're not going to make as much money as you would have in Harry Potter World.
Oh yeah, because even new kids get obsessed with it.
Yes.
It's a world that people can relate to. It definitely has the charm of all the fantasy, but it's relatable. So it's something that I think it hits on both sides. And like I said, just let go and don't be so constipated about trying to analyze it, and enjoy it for what it is, which is a piece of entertainment. Same thing with Marvel. It's entertainment. So stop trying to make it something it isn't and enjoy it, because there's so many movies that are trying to put out messages and this and that, which is all great. Except when I want to go see a movie, I go to a movie because I want to get away from all the stuff that we see that is pounded at us every single day. And I want to be entertained and I want to enjoy it. I don't want to worry. I don't want to think. I do enough of that in my life. I want to enjoy a movie and be entertained.
It's escapism. I like both. I like all kinds of movies. Basically, I try to go once a month, but I'm once a week to the theater. But I know what you're saying. It's like you want that escapism. That's why I like my Jason Statham movies. They're never going to win any awards. They don't make you think afterwards. They just, you want to watch bad guys get their asses kicked, and that's I'm all for that.
Yeah, and don't judge people who like it.
It's not your business, because you like some shit yourself.
I don't judge if you have your style of movie that you like. So don't judge me for my style.
It's just amazing to me that very few film series have made that many films and
they've been
as
good. Yes, from the beginning to the end.
Right.
They haven't lost
Harry
it.
Potter is one. I think Mission Impossible is one.
Now, fantastic.
James Bond, not so much.
Fantastic Beasts. The first one, by far, and I know other people will disagree, by far was the best. And they started to get, I don't know, they tried to be too complicated and they lost my interest. By the second and third, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
I've only seen the first one. I thought it was okay, but not enough to draw me into the rest of them.
Yeah. The first one was cute. It was fun. It was silly. There was some really fun, entertaining moments in it. The acting was pretty good in it. You know, I thought creatively how they did things. But yeah, after that, it got a little weird and it got a little deep, but in a not in an engaging way. See, Harry Potter didn't get deep till the end. By the time it got deep, you were invested.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it made sense. You know,
I feel the same way about the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. First three, they're fun. Part 4 comes out and you're like, what is all this stuff coming from? I was having fun.
Yeah.
Now I'm not having fun anymore. Now it's all dark and serious. And it's like, I want to have more fun.
Yeah.
And that's why you go to see, and that's why I didn't like Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise is the same thing. It's like, here's another movie. I don't need all that lore. Just entertain me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you want the lore, like in a James Bond movie, you want the history of James Bond. It's just, everything's a little different. Everybody thinks about it a little different. I'm okay with that, but I do need to go back and watch all those movies. And I want to do that. So by the way, there are a couple of really bad Marvel movies.
Oh, there is.
I mean, not just, there was no bad Harry Potter movies, but there were two that I just, because I'm trying to catch up on my Marvel movies before the new Spider-Man.
Mrs. Webb.
I haven't got that one yet. So
okay,
maybe more.
Yeah, no,
the Immortals. The Immortals.
Okay.
Boring. And
I did watch him the other day. So
I'm saying boring to a movie that's got Selma Hayek in a skin tight outfit. That's boring. If she can't interest me that way because the movie's so bad, it was boring. And Morbius.
Yeah.
Take it away. Make it not exist. They were bad.
That wasn't one of my favorites. No, but I do. It because I am such a Marvel fan. I have to confess, even if it's not great, I have to watch it at least once.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I want to keep up with the flow.
Craven
I'm watching them all until I get to.
I was kind of hoping Craven would do another one because they left everybody hanging. It was the prequel to Craven becoming Craven.
Yeah.
So I would really like to see them take that.
I kind of had fun with Craven. It tanked miserably at the box office.
It did. And which was sad because it shouldn't have, because it wasn't like, it's because people are looking for something that they're not going to get out of these style of movies.
Yeah. And the other problem is that you don't know the character. Everybody knows Spider-Man. Everybody knows Iron Man. Everybody knows all these characters. Not, at least I didn't even know who Craven was.
So when you don't know the characters, it's because you're not a Marvel fan.
I'm not. I never read the comics or anything like that. And
that's okay.
I'm 10 movies. I was at least 10 movies away from the new Spider-Man before I started watching him again. So I missed
Yeah.
a lot. And like I said, some of them I'm glad I missed. Immortals was just awful. And it major director too, but it just bored me to tears. And then Morbius was just silly. It was just silly.
Yeah.
I was reading reviews about it. Oh, it's got stunning special effects that I've seen in 16 movies before that. So that's not stunning. It's stunning they're still using them. Anyway.
I am really looking forward to the new Spider-Man.
Everybody is. Spider-Man. Isn't it funny? Because I don't think that I ever thought of Spider-Man as being the biggest superhero in the world. But you look at the Spider-Man movie grosses compared to other grosses, he blows them all away.
Well,
People
and
love
Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland is definitely doing
All the Spider-Men, though,
yeah.
have been.
Yeah, but Tom Holland is definitely doing them some justice.
Yeah, he's great.
He embodies the comic book persona of Spider-Man because he has that childlike innocence that comes out in his acting, and yet he's this young kid with these fantastic powers, and yet he's still a kid, and he plays that off. He sells it. It's believable. I mean, he's an incredible actor anyhow,
really
but he really does sell it. It's just really works for him.
He, he might be in the running for James Bond.
Really?
Now, you don't think of him first off as James Bond, but before you just discard him, I encourage you to Google him and see him shirtless when he's worked out.
He's had some really
could do it.
good movies. He had one, No Room or something like that.
That was one where he went to the hotel and they wouldn't let him in because there was no vacancy.
No. It was basically split personality type stuff. No More Room or No Room or something. He was really, I like him as an actor though.
He's very
that's
good.
Why I have fun.
That's why I didn't throw him off when somebody said James Bond. I went, don't throw him out. My only problem with him is he's already got a franchise. Let somebody else have a franchise. I'm
looking forward to his new one, The Impossible. I heard that's a really good movie. People are saying that, he's a good looking guy, and does a lot of his own stunts.
See, look at that picture.
Could
he not be James Bond?
Oh yeah, with his head. Look at because
he's got a buzz cut. His arms are built. He's wearing a blank tank top, and he looks like he could easily be James Bond. He's got a whole ton of different movies out there, and he does really. But he's humble pie. Oh my God. He seems like a nice guy. He's very humble pie on all of his interviews. When you talk to him about things and people are asking him questions, who are the people you look up to? He's Robert Downey Jr. taught him so much. And Robert Downey Jr. is the one who kind of nursed him in Marvel. He came in and Robert Downey Jr. saw something in him, took him under his wing. And the whole entire time he was in those movies with him, he said, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing and that you stay on the right path. So he wouldn't let him get all mucked up with all the stuff that everybody else was getting mucked up with. He kept him on the straight and narrow, kept him on a good path. And then he said in this last movie, The Odyssey, he said Matt Damon was phenomenal. He hung out with him every day and stuck to his side and said he was a real inspiration. So he surrounds himself. He's smart. He's surrounding himself with people. He's also smart in the fact that he just married Zendaya, and they're like going to be Hollywood's powerhouse couple coming up the pike. He realized that he liked to drink, he liked to party, but he also realized that it blurred his creative vision. And that's why he invested so heavily in B-Row, which we've had here in the show. And it's a damn tasty non-alcoholic beer. So it's smart. And I think those are things he learned from Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, because Robert Downey Jr. fell on my face. He was that close to death. Yeah. And if it wasn't for his wife, he probably would be dead. But his wife, as he said at the Oscars that year, she saved his life. And she did. Yeah. And he said, Robert Downey Jr. saw something in him and said, yeah, you don't want that. And so he guided him and showed him the right path. He said, I've been there, I've done it, so you don't have to. And now he can go out and drink beer all night and get to work on time the next morning. It's amazing. we support B-roll. In fact, Tom, if you want to come on to the show and talk about B-roll, we got a seat right here for you. You're welcome anytime. I know you watch this show regularly, and we appreciate that. And so if you get this message, just give us a call and we'll set it up. And Julie will make a cheese plate too.
Oh, and it's fun because you can maybe get a little magic in the process.
And you get some free magic. And the next thing you know, you and I'll be making movies together. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Okay. We better get to the drinking since that's what we're supposed to do here. So should we start with the michelada?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to get the tools while Julie tells you what our plan is for this.
I've been supporting Scott in his new endeavor.
Thank you for that.
And I have started trying some of these non-alcoholic beers. I have found some that I enjoy. And one of them is I do either the Dos Equis or the Modelo michelada, and then I add some clamato to it. It's down on the lower in the door behind something. So like right behind that green bottle. No, that's Modelo.
Good. That's what I want. Oh God.
It's same shelf. Go all the way over to the other end. Right there. Nope. You had your hand almost on it. It's going to bite you. Oh no. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong.
That is the regular Modelo, right?
Yeah, it's not Modelo. It's Dos Equis.
Oh, okay.
Check the bottom shelf.
Yeah, there's not much there. It must be over here.
Check the top shelf. I'm pretty sure I put it in the shelf. As I say, I didn't want to get it lost inside the refrigerator. So it's Dos Equis, lime and salt 0. Where am I? Yeah, there we are. And I always struggle with these things.
I know, and I don't have the lights on over there like I should, but
So it's good. I like it. I'm going to let you try a sip of it. Okay. And then we'll add the clamato.
Perfect.
So, yeah. My son does not like this.
A lot of people.
I do.
Well, you know what? I was going to say a lot of people don't, but a lot of people won't try it. I know that Jared did try it. So
yes,
he made a educated opinion.
Well, and it's not necessarily for everybody.
It's danker than I would have expected from it. But pretty good. Yeah, I like the lime flavor.
With it.
I think, did we try that before?
We might have. I don't remember.
I remember the lime and salt, but anyway. Now, did you make this michelada mix or tell us?
No, this is just clamato. It is not the whole mix because I don't have all the stuff for the whole mix. But I tend to use this. I'll do, and I basically do half and half. And
well, we have salt. Do we have pepper?
Yes, we do have pepper up there.
I'm going to look for it.
This is my nightly, not nightly, but quite often.
Every night. Come on, Jules. Salt and pepper.
I did try the other day, which was a little different. I took some of that Fireball seasoning that you bought me, and I did use that, and that also was interesting.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean,
you've got a couple other flavors in there that are not clamato flavors, but it wasn't bad. It was interesting.
And I will be bringing a bottle of my friend Natalie's michelada mix in to try in the show as well, because she's, as I've said before in this, it's outstanding. So I wish I could show you a better picture of this, but I can't. I was trying to get an angle there. Oh, you can see it's a little red there. So anyway, Jean.
Probably a little more clamato in this than I normally put because I did. I just used it all up. But it's an easy drink.
Oh, it's good. You see, that works good.
And it tastes pretty good. But you don't.
So all that's in there is clamato and salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Wow. It works really well.
It's not quite the same flavor, like I said, of the restaurant micheladas because it's not that mix that they make. But it's probably better for you because their mix is kind of like jelly, so it's got like some sticky stuff in it.
Yeah.
That this does not have.
Natalie's is a liquid. It comes in a 750 milliliter bottle. It's $18 a bottle. It ain't cheap, but I'm telling you, it is outstanding. This is
and
very
that would
good.
Probably be really good. This doesn't have the kick, but you could easily add the kick by putting some.
If we had hot sauce,
yeah, you could put hot sauce or anything.
Oh, you know what?
Or you do have that other. You have that other spice that's hot. The pepper, the Terran, whatever, up at the top shelf. Tahini would work.
I also have some.
Because this has got pepper in it.
Oh, these are sauces from. Oh, there we go, Tabasco.
So tahini is something I think they probably put in there.
Yeah.
Grape jam? Like what?
This is kind of fun because we get to experiment with this, our first non-alcoholic michelada. And did you try it with the tahini make an improvement?
I haven't tried it yet.
We have a little pouch of Tabasco we're putting in there.
Yeah, now that tastes like a michelada.
Is that closer?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you just shook the tahini in like the pepper.
Yeah, I just put a couple shakes.
Shake, 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 shake.
That's got a little bit of that heat that a michelada has.
Yeah, or should have. Yes. Do we have stirrings? Yes, we do. I don't know if you need one, but
all right, dove in.
Popsicle sticks make excellent stirrers. They're not as much fun as the stir sticks you get at the tiki bars. Did you see Shocker's got a t-shirt now?
Yeah, I saw
Haley Utu has t-shirts available. I'll be picking one of those up in a couple of weeks. Haven't told Doug and Michelle we're going there yet because I forgot this morning. That makes a difference. That's good. It's very good. Yeah.
Yep. So you can
gives it a little heat. The tahini gives it just a savory flavor. This works great. I got to remember this more often.
Yeah. So if you like micheladas, but you're not drinking alcohol anymore, it works. And Modelo is good too. Modelo has a little bit stronger beer taste than the Dos Equis. The Dos Equis is a little bit weak on the beer taste.
We added some tahini.
Yeah, because that gives you the lime and everything else in there.
Yes. And there was already lime in it. Not to agree. We had a Tabasco packet, and it's very tasty. It works very well.
Yeah.
That is good to know. And I had a hunch it would. I don't know why I didn't think of that as the first thing out of the gate. Why wasn't it the first thing I thought of? And then later on, I went, wait a minute, what if we took a non-alcoholic beer and added this michelada mix to it? How could you tell a difference? And yeah, there's a hint of a difference, but it's really just a hint, don't you think?
Yeah. Well, because your michelada is not all beer, so you're adding other things to it. So some of that beer taste is getting muted by the heat and everything else anyhow.
And as I told you, I use more a michelada mix than most people do.
Yeah.
I like it tomatoey and hot and super salty. So
yeah, no, I like a michelada, especially on a really cold day.
Yes.
I mean, on a really hot day.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
A nice cold michelada goes down very well.
Now, do you think Jared would like this better, adding these?
No, I don't know. I'd have to try it with him.
Does he like micheladas in general? Or
I don't know if he ever has tried it.
Oh, so that might be a difference too.
Yeah, I don't know. But these go down pretty fast, though. Because
Doug's writing that down. They do. That's the problem, and that's why it's great, because if it's non-alcohol, who cares?
Yeah.
And usually the non-alcohol are low calorie too. Where's that can at? Did you give me that can?
Yeah. 73 calories in this one.
So we're basically 37 each.
And some of them are even less. Some of them are 60,
Yes.
and some of them are even less than that. So
I want to say that
depends which one you're going with.
I want to say that the Corona is 61, but don't take my word for it, because most of what you hear here is wrong. But
that was good.
Yeah, very tasty stuff.
For me, you don't feel like you're missing out so much. And
No.
and in a glass, in a setting, a social setting, you put that together, and nobody's going to be the wiser.
Exactly. And see, that's people think that I'm embarrassed because I'm drinking non-alcoholic drinks. That isn't the case. I just don't want to have all the questions about it. Why aren't you drinking? Why aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to sit around and enjoy their social setting. So if I'm drinking out of a cocktail glass, or if I'm drinking out of especially a Coors mug, then nobody knows, and we can just go about our business.
And when in a social setting, if you've been drinking all your life in a social setting, you don't want to feel different or left out.
Exactly.
Because
that's true.
it's part of the socialness of what you're doing. So it just makes you feel,
changes other people too, people who are with you. So
it just makes you still feel like you're part of the social gathering in the way that everybody else is enjoying it.
Yes, agreed. This is very good, Julie. I've nicely done. This was a good choice, and it turned out terrific.
Yeah, I think all these other things, I drink it just the other way because I happen to like Clamato, period.
I get that too.
But adding, I'm going to have to get some of that now. The Tarantine, is it
Tahine?
Tahine. I'm going to have to get some of that.
Take a picture of it.
So that way, I know it's pretty prevalent out here.
Yeah, you'll find it everywhere. And I think that places like Costco got 2-pound size boxes of it. So
yeah, but it definitely works for me.
Yeah, it's very tasty. So, by the way, if you're wondering where Doug is today, he's on this boat right now. Why I put the Spanish language one on there, I don't know, but it's that's the actual boat that he's on. You see why it's called a pirate ship, Jules?
Cool.
This pirate ship comes around and picks up mostly tourists, but Doug's got 20 people in his group who are all from Costa Rica today on that boat.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing when you get on board is they hand you a little Mai Tai, a little cute little Mai Tai to get you ready for your party. They have beer and cocktails on board.
I thought he's Dry July.
We'll get to that. And then they also have 2 levels of dinner. They have like a snack dinner, which is hot dogs and hamburgers. And they have a supreme dinner, which is steak or whatever you want. And these are different levels of what you pay for on the pirate boat in Costa Rica. Doug is doing Dry July. He's lost 8.5 pounds just by not drinking. So that's good since July the 1st. That doesn't seem right. That's what they said today, though. But so he's bringing his stuff with him. So he's not drinking any alcohol on the trip here. His wife, however, said, make sure you get 2 Mai Tais because I want yours. So they're just they're bitty ones. They're just for fun. But anyway, the tour ranges anywhere from $45 to $90, I think. $45 is just for the tour. And then there's like 65, 75, and 90, depending on what level of meal you want. And all you can drink drinks, you can pay for that too. So we went on it when we were there in Costa Rica, and it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. And we saw 4 different types of sea animals in the course of like 4 minutes. We found, my theory is this: I think that sea animals like Led Zeppelin, because every time they played a Led Zeppelin songs, that's when the animals came up. It just what happened. We saw seals, we saw whales, we saw turtles, and we saw one other thing. Seabirds that would fly right next to you and then dive in the water and get fish. It was so cool.
Fun.
It was it was definitely worth the trip. So if you're ever in Costa Rica, because it is in Costa Rica, El Mar te está esperando means go to see you in Costa Rica or something, but it's definitely worth it. So that's where Doug is today. You don't have to dress like a pirate or anything else. And then they do stupid things like they'll park off of a beach, and it's not even dock. They'll stop the boat and they'll drop anchor away from the beach, and people jump in the water and swim to the beach and then swim back. And it's like 100 yards. It's insane. But Doug and Michelle and Shelley did it, even though Shelley admitted later, I was about 3/4 across and go, I'm not going to make it. But she did. So I'm still married. Sorry, ladies. That's the way it works. This is very good. This one worked out terrifically. I'm vamping here because we're going to do the rum cask next, but I don't want to do it right next to this. So I'll tell you about my visit in a couple of weeks. Next week is Shelley's birthday on the 15th. The following week will be in Bishop. We're driving to Bishop because my mom's already going to be up there. We're picking her up and we're driving to Reno, where we're going to stay for 2 nights. And then we're going to come back, stay a night in Bishop, and come home. So the House of Magic's going to be closed anyway that day because of some tenting here. So there probably won't be a show that weekend, but we'll see how it goes. But since we're going to be in Reno, where we got to go?
Oh, I don't know. Some place called Peleutu.
Peleutu. And I already told my mom, I said, look, I know you like to gamble, but our evenings are booked at Peleutu. And I can't even drink a real cocktail, but they have mocktails on their menu. Shocker, the owner didn't want to have mocktails on his menu, but he got asked for them so often, he realized because he's a school near not a high school or a middle school, but a college, he had to carry those things because that's what everybody wants to drink now. So I'll be going through that while they'll be drinking the good stuff, and it's going to be really tough not to get a Skipper Scott Mai Tai at Peleutu because they're the best.
That's what's at Harbor Cove.
Yeah. So we are looking forward to getting up to Peleutu. It would be no problem for my mom to stay there if they still had their machines, because they had slot machines built into the bar.
They got rid of it.
They had to get rid of them. They had their license application fell through the cracks and missed the deadline. And instead of taking responsibility for the deadline like Reno should have, Shocker lost his machines. Peleutu lost the machines. So it's
were they really working for him, or?
This is what he said. It was nice to know that half of his rent was always paid every month. But at the same time, he has a very particular idea of what a tiki bar should be. And that did not include slot machines. And they were
always so busy though.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't making enough money. If the machines were generating enough money that it paid all of his rent, he might reconsider. But he said it basically paid half of his rent, and that didn't include his employees having to run around to get change or to deal with the machines or people cashing out. So you have to add that on top. And again, it just didn't fit the vibe he was looking for. So he doesn't miss the machines. He misses the money a little bit, but they're cooking up there.
I was going to say they're every weekend we see pictures that he's showing, and they're full. So
they have live music or some type of entertainment every single night. The 2 nights we're going to be there. One night Lee Jones is going to be there, who's there every Thursday. Mm-hmm. And then the second night is a burlesque show.
Oh, fun.
So that'll be fun. You know, Shockers loves his burlesque. So that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, we're going to have a good time up there. I'm looking forward to getting up there. And plus I love Reno anyway. Once I discovered that the casinos are all together, you don't have to go outside. That was embarrassing, but it'll be a good weekend. So a good weekend. It'll be a good few days in the middle of the week, which is what you get when you retire. You can take it whatever.
Which is every day is a weekend when you retire.
And it's so nice to go when it's not busy.
Yeah.
Shelley and I went up to Vegas last year, middle of the week. I think it was a Tuesday and Wednesday, and nobody at the pool. You know, the places, the bars weren't busy. It was just nice and relaxing, and that's how I like it best. All right, I think I've vamped enough. Are you ready, Jules?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go, folks.
Bet your ass it's time to taste the cask on the Friday Shot Day Show.
Brought to you by Peleutu, Reno's only traditional tiki bar. A kaleidoscope of colors and tropical charm with the undeniable allure of paradise and intoxicatingly delicious cocktails. Pele Uto. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. 1275 Stardust Street in Reno, Nevada. For more information, please visit peleutu.com.
That spout is starting to not work right.
I know. I noticed that. We may have to replace our cask over there, which is sad, folks, but it sometimes these things need to be done. Wonder if I can get a shot of
got a
that.
way bigger shot than I mean, not that I can't handle it, people. You guys all
She's
know
got
me.
this.
But I wasn't intending on doing a full shot.
I want to see if I can get a picture of the cat. Well, apparently not.
Okay. I don't know if it's because of drinking this. It's got a different taste to it.
I was afraid of that because we did just finish the micheladas, which are very salty and very savory, and so the rum might have a bizarre aftertaste to it. But what are you feeling?
Not as smooth as it has been. There's some bite in there. It's not bad yet, but it's definitely got a bite, and it's holding on the tongue. The bite's not going away right away.
Before I leave today, I will look for the funnel, and if I can find the funnel here, it seems like I have to bring it from home though. But if I find it here,
It might
I'll
be
fill it
that
up.
it's getting dense.
Yeah, because you mentioned that it was getting low.
Yeah, and I think it might. I don't know. The taste is getting a lot more concentrated.
That sounds like it's.
But it's
Getting to the end.
different because, like, for a little while, it was so smooth. It just, it was wow.
There was no heat at all. There was no.
No, this has got heat from the top to the bottom right
Yeah.
now, for sure.
Okay, I will fill them up so that when we come back in a couple of weeks. Wait a second, I'm confusing things.
When are you going?
So we won't be here on the 17th, which is next week because that's when they start the tenting. We may do a remote show from Rough Edge Studios West. We'll see. Julie won't. She's got
No, I have summer camp for
right.
theater.
So Doug and I may do a show next Friday. The following Friday there will be no show because the House of Magic will be closed down unless we decide to do one.
No, next Friday will be closed down.
That's right. So we'll be back then on the. Oh no, I may be gone
You were
because
gonna
I'll be in Reno and I won't be home in time for a show. So there won't be a show next.
for the next 2 weeks. Well,
There will be a show this coming Friday and not the following Friday.
just
We're
not
confusing the hell out of you. Sorry.
magic from.
Yes, it'll be at the Rough
Next
Edge
week.
Studios West, which I'm in my filthy room trying to hide everything in the background. So we'll be back in studio then.
That's the word to use.
Back in
Back
studio.
in studio, yes.
We'll be back in studio on July 31st.
Okay. Wow.
So yes, so that's when we'll try the rum again, and that gets perfect. It gives it enough time to cook and soak into the wood and stuff. So that'll all be good. So that's the plan, Stan. By the way, I don't want you to forget about this, so I'm going to play it again. Sure, you've seen the big stuff on TV. They made the Statue of Liberty disappear. They've walked through the Great Wall of China. They've fired a .44 Magnum and caught the bullet in their teeth. But have you ever seen magic close up? I mean really close up. So close you can reach out and touch it. Well, now you can at Spellbound at the Table. Join your hosts, father and son team James and Joshua Lantine, as they treat you to an evening of close-up magic that takes place right before your eyes, mere feet or sometimes even inches away. Each month they welcome a special guest magician, handpicked from the legendary Magic Castle, who will astonish you with amazing feats that would seem impossible anywhere, except in a theater of magic. Spellbound at the Table, an awe-inspiring evening of miracles and wonder, takes place every second Friday at 7 p.m. at the House of Magic in Santa Paula. For more information or tickets, please call 1-855-300-4422 or visit thomagic.org. Julie was just saying that and I feel a little guilty about this, but I also feel kind of good about it because Doug has shifted to probably a 60-40 mix of non-alcoholic beer and regular beer. And Julie just told me she hasn't had any regular alcohol this week at all. She shifted to just this week.
Well, I'm trying to lose weight as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm always open to try different things. And I was on a little path for a little while where every night I had at least one drink, sometimes two. And I know you can't sustain that forever without having issues that follow. So
even if it's Tom Holland issues, I mean, again, the main reason he invested in Bureau is because he didn't like to feel grubby the next day.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with his health. His health is really fun, but he just wanted to have something he could drink that tasted like beer that would allow him to function the next day. Because I'll tell you, that was one of the things that bothered me is I'd wake up sick, hungover from usually Friday nights. And Saturday morning, I'm like, I can't do anything today. And I felt like I wasted the whole day. Yeah. So just pulling that back a little bit can be helpful.
Yeah. And I mean, and every other aspect of my life, I eat really clean and healthy, everything else. But after 4 kids and a bunch of hormonal changes, weight is an obvious problem for me that I am really working on. And my only vice is that I do like my nightly cocktails. Yeah. And I'm really trying to make it where it's not something that I need to have every night. But I do like to sit down and have something to drink. So I'm shifting because I don't drink soda. So trying some of these non-alcoholic beers. I haven't tried anything else beyond that. I haven't tried any mocktails yet because a lot of those I feel like tend to be sweet, and I don't drink juice. I don't like sweet things.
You're not wrong. A lot of the problem, the vast majority of them are sweet, and that's one thing that I have to be conscious about is I don't want too much sugar in them either. So it's nice to find, there are a few dry ones out there, and it's nice to come across those.
Yeah, because that's just not my thing. I wouldn't enjoy that. But I would like a cocktail, if it's a mocktail, and it's something I can find, or like a non-alcoholic beer, then at least I feel like I'm still relaxing and I'm enjoying myself. Because other than that, I drink water all day long. And I drink a lot of water all day long.
You're entitled to that drink. My buddy, Joe Lopiano, you've seen him on the show before. Every night before he goes to bed, he has a martini. And I don't think it's a big martini, but it's just a pure, regular martini. I mean, what do you call those? It's just a martini. And that's the last thing he has before he goes to sleep. He says it helps him sleep. He doesn't feel sick in the morning because he's not drinking 10 of them. Said this Joe. So somebody's playing The Darkness. It's very weird. It came out of nowhere. And it's weirder that I know this song. Little Thing Called Love by The Darkness. Little Thing Called Love. Where's that coming from?
I have no idea. We don't normally have stuff.
Guitar.
Happening. Well,
you guys probably can't hear it, so you think we're crazy.
Yeah.
Not faded. Oh, was it the guys next door?
No.
Somebody's listening to the radio, but it's so weird to hear The Darkness on the radio.
Yeah. So, I have to admittedly say, I really like my drinks, and I can put them away, and it takes a lot to put me down.
We've seen that.
So I was probably going through a little more than I wanted to as well. So taking a break, letting my body adjust is probably good for me.
I realized at one point when my old boss died, the TV producer I worked for 17 years, when he died, I started drinking. And I mean, I really started drinking, let's put it that way. And I realized that I was at the point where I didn't feel better the next morning until I had another drink. That is not where you want to be. And thankfully I was able to nip that in the bud in like 2 months. Because I knew what path I was heading down.
Yeah. And
it would have been terrible, but I knew what was happening, and I pushed it back. And, next thing I knew, I had a job and everything was back in order again. But it was tough, that small period. But it's easy to fall in that trap. But that's how people become alcoholics. And that was the one thing that my doctor said that made me feel good, because my first thought with my liver situation was, oh my God, what have I done to myself in the show? They said, yeah, you don't drink enough to have that effect on your liver. And if you were an alcoholic, you couldn't have stopped the day I told you to stop drinking.
Yeah.
And I did. I mean, I didn't even think about it. It's like, I'm done.
And that's a hard balance, because when you like to drink, and I like to drink not because I ever drink to get drunk, and I normally don't drink to get drunk.
Right.
But I do like to drink. So when you're drinking a lot, meaning like every day and maybe 1 or 2, sometimes 3, but you're not getting drunk, but you're still drinking more than what most people could handle, you start to worry about it.
You do.
But if you decide to stop and you stop, then you know that, okay, I don't have a problem, but I could easily drink a lot without thinking about it, because I like to drink. I'm not drinking to get drunk. I'm drinking.
You're not drinking because you have to.
No, but I can stop if I want to stop. It's just finding that balance, because it's easy to get into it. And when you really like it, it's like telling somebody you got to stop Dr. Pepper, like my husband. Okay. He's probably more addicted to Dr. Pepper than I was.
Well, because you are.
And I can have a drink and I'm not like, oh my God, I'm going to have another one. But I like drinking, like he likes his Dr. Pepper. It's just, it's something you like. It's something you enjoy, and it's something you connect with. And it's a very social thing. So it's easy to get connected into that. As long as when it's time to stop, you can stop.
Yeah. And I can't tell you how many people, but it's more than 2 or 3. Then when I've told them that I had to stop drinking, they look at me and go, I don't think I could do that. Really? Truly cold turkey. I was done. It's like, if I'm not supposed to drink, I'm not going to drink. That's not going to take that risk, And I was able to do it. But if I had been a true alcoholic, I couldn't have stopped.
You physically wouldn't be able to do it.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Because alcohol is one of the hardest things to come off of, because physically your body needs it.
Yeah.
As much as
you've heard of how bad the withdrawals get on those.
Yeah. And if you can just cut, like I did it when I was out in Virginia for 3 months. Yeah. I cut cold turkey because it was a dry house. And it was okay. Yeah, I miss having drinks every now and then and everything. And yes, if you put something in front of me, yes, I'm going to enjoy it. I love to have my cocktails, but I can also not have it. And there's no adverse effects.
Right.
I do find that I need something to drink like at night, because if I'm not drinking, I'm eating, and that's bad for me too. So
that's the hard thing, is you got to find snacks that are healthy. And I'm not eating the seaweed. I don't care what you tell me. But when I write, I always have to have little snacks, and I try to find things like pretzels are pretty good. So I'll eat pretzels. But I could sit there and eat little Snickers bars the same way, and I can't do that.
Yeah. It's shifting your mindset and finding things that you can still enjoy. And there are a lot of things out there. Yeah. There really are. You just have to figure it out.
Especially these days. You have so many options these days you may not even be aware of until you start looking for it.
One of my favorite snacks that's actually really pretty healthy is a bowl of cottage cheese with some blueberries and even some pineapples. And then I take a little bit of honey and I just drizzle a little bit of honey on top. And then I sprinkle it with cinnamon. The cinnamon with the cottage cheese and then a little bit of honey and the fruit is very, very tasty, but it's good for you.
Yeah.
Especially if you get like the authentic honey. I usually do Manuka honey or something that's really good for you, honey.
I've heard that if you get local honey, that it helps you with your local allergies. Because the bees carry that with them because they're on the local plants, and then they have their own ingrown things that help defeat that. And if you eat their honey after that, it treats you more locally than it would globally. Yeah. Does that make sense to my?
And just make sure that when you read your honey label that all it has in it is honey, because some places put artificial things because they're trying to make it cheaper. There's so many products out there that do that, and that's not good for you.
I used to love and maybe they've changed. So look at the label next time you're there. But I would go to KFC and I would get their honey packets and I would just suck the whole thing down because it's honey, right? It's healthy. Look a little closer. It says honey sauce. It's not pure honey.
Yeah.
And that's disappointing. So, it is pure honey though. I'll show you.
Yeah. And I do the Manuka honey because I do a grade that's more on the side of medical grade. And it's pretty good stuff. Oh, yeah.
If you're looking for pure honey, I would recommend Baron Yager.
That's the honey of the gods.
Baron Yager is very good. You can see we don't have much left. If you like, I've only heard one person who's tried this who didn't like it. I always tell people, if you like honey, you'll like this. I met one person who just said they liked honey, but they didn't like this. And I don't understand that. So did you want some of this?
Oh, yeah, I'll do a little shot.
I have some more. I have one more non-alcohol thing for us to try.
I'll just do a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I've been good all week long.
Yes, you have. You've earned it. I'm sorry. I should have got you a glass, but I didn't know I'd expect to drink it. Anyway, Baron Yager is one of our. Don't get it confused with Jägermeister, because then you'll be sorry.
That's like a completely different drink.
Yeah.
Not.
You want to get
like
Baron Yager. And there was a new flavor of Baron Yager that I saw at a tiki tasting. And of course, I can't remember what it is right now, but you Google it and you'll find out. But I'd never seen anything but the regular Baron Yager. So this one, I want to say was it lavender Baron Yager?
It's possible, because lavender is really becoming a big seasoning. Like a lot of people are using lavender for cooking. And it's supposed to be good for you, period, but it's becoming, I say it all the time, we as Americans are constipated when it comes to things because we don't understand that there's so many flavor palettes out there. So what we tend to get accustomed to because somebody told us this is how it goes, and then all of a sudden we're opened up to new experiences and what other people are using every day as this is how you spice things or use things. It changes your perspective on food because it's not just your regular. We do a lot of processed foods here in America.
Yeah, that's another thing I have to back off on, and that's tough.
Yeah, and we're just so used to thinking this is how something is supposed to taste that people get a little worried about all these, lavender and there's a couple other flowers that are used in some of the spicing that you'd think, what? And then you try it and you're like, whoa.
Oh, it works. Yeah.
It does. It works really well. Rose is another flavor palette that people are putting into foods. And at first your thought is not that.
Why am I eating perfume?
Yeah.
But you're not. You taste it and you're like, it goes well.
But you got to pair it well. You got to know what you're doing.
So true.
But lavender really works well, especially with some cheeses and stuff. Lavender can be amazing.
Can't say cheeses. I'll tell you a quick short story about Shelly, and then I'm going to get our last non-alcoholic drink for the day. But she and my mother were going to the lavender farm. I believe it's here in Fillmore, maybe it's Santa Paula, but anyway, it's Santa Paula or Fillmore. There's a lavender farm, and their boast to everybody was there is that you'll see hundreds of bees, but we've been open 10, 11 years. Nobody's ever been stung by bees here. Okay, I don't know why that is, but that's kind of a good thing. Shelly got stung twice.
Oh,
so
she must be sweet.
It's like that old bumper sticker. Be healthy, eat your honey.
I like that one.
All right, so I did pick up some non-alcoholic cocktails. And I'm going to let you choose what you try.
Okay, that should have been the first thing we tried. Because now we're going to be left with those flavors. You realize that, right?
Maybe I'll be good.
Maybe. But you did get them from the clearance bin.
We did. Classic gin and tonic.
Okay. And I just told you last week that I had a gin and tonic for the first time in a while. And I really enjoyed it. So that's going to be a hard game to play.
Ginger mule.
I'm not a huge ginger mule person to begin with, but
grapefruit paloma.
Okay, we're gonna go with the
Gin and tonic.
yeah. We'll do the other ones at another time when I don't want to destroy my flavor palette.
I'll get us some clear glasses.
This has got the most possible promise, as far as I'm concerned. This would be the most promise. The other two, and I have had something with the ginger mule taste. It's just, if you don't do it right, it's just too much of a bite.
A lot of people don't like ginger beer in general. I happen to like it just fine, but Shelly can't stand it. She won't.
I'm okay.
It's ruined.
With it
It's ruined cocktails for her.
Yeah, I'm okay with it if it's mixed correctly. But if it isn't, it does overpower everything.
And you wouldn't drink it straight up.
Because I like ginger. I really do like ginger.
I've always preferred Marianne.
But I'll even like shave ginger off and put it in my water. I'm okay with ginger, but sometimes it's too much for certain drinks.
All right. So I went to NOOT. Never mind. I can't call them on this. It looks like somebody else. I got access denied.
Okay. All right.
Probably because I have to sign in. See, why do you have to sign in? There's reasons for this. But if you go to a non-alcoholic beverage site, you still have to sign in like it's liquor.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to burp into the mic.
Yes, you did. It's Friday Shot Day show.
So this might be enough of a kick to. I like the Bärenjäger, but it's sweet, which is everybody knows me now knows that sweet is not at the top of my
not
list.
her thing. All right, so I can't get into their regular website because they've got a block on it.
No, I would say this tastes like grapefruit. Oh, it's got quinine in it. Okay, but quinine in a good gin and tonic. If the gin is good enough, the quinine doesn't stand out as much, and that might be why I enjoyed my gin and tonics this week, because I was using Aviation, and there was at the party I went to, they were using Hendrix, which I'm not a Hendrix fan, but I think the one they did balanced out the quinine, because quinine has a bite. There's no doubt about that. Most people aren't big quinine fans because it's got a bite.
What color is that can?
Blue.
I'm trying to find the information on their website. I have to tell you, the first sniff I took of it, like it smelled like a gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Now I haven't tried it yet, so it may not taste like a gin and tonic, but
no, it does. But it tastes. But you're tasting the it's not club soda. It's
I can't find the gin and tonic. It's a NOOTdrink.com and it's NOOT drink.com. But unfortunately, I don't have any information about the gin and tonic.
I'm drawing an absolute blank. Quinine is not club soda. It's come on. Why did I draw a blank?
Alkaloid.
No, but what the soda that
it'll come to us.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, let me give it a try here, because so far I gotta tell you, it does smell like a gin and tonic. It really does.
Might need a couple things to kind of
gin.
It's awfully dark for gin and tonic.
Soda water. Nope. Gin and tonic.
It is soda water.
You know, Julie, that's pretty close.
It is. It's just that taste. Gin and tonic, club soda. That's what it is.
It is club soda. It's pretty close. It tastes like, I don't want to say it doesn't, because it doesn't. It doesn't taste like premium gin. But if you went into a bar and asked for a gin and tonic, I can see them giving this to you.
Now, what's really funny, May, my daughter-in-law, is such a sweet drink person. Like, I'm sure she love. Excuse me, that's giving me the hiccups. It's not alcoholic. She loves Bärenjäger type style drinks, The sweeter, the better for her. She's got a baby tongue and she likes the sweet stuff. Yet she loves a good gin and tonic.
Really?
Yep.
What is it doing?
I don't know, but it's got me.
So this is the AI overview, and you know how much we trust AI. But I'll read you what it says. NOOT Gin and Tonic is a ready-to-drink non-alcoholic cocktail that mimics the classic G&T experience. Infused with nootropics, must be something they came up with, it delivers a calm, feel-good buzz without the alcohol.
There's no buzz, people.
We have to drink 10 of them.
Yeah.
It is completely sugar-free, gluten-free, 100% vegan, and contains only 5 to 10 calories per serving. That is a big deal. So, anyway, this is fine.
There's green tea in here. So maybe the buzz they're thinking of is the caffeine.
Maybe it's got to be. And there's also a little, if you look at it in the right light, there's a green tinge to it too.
Oh my God.
I think what Julie's trying to say is don't drink this at a play.
It's very fizzy, and that might be where the hiccups are coming from.
There we go. So it's $3.75 a can.
$15 for a 4-pack. Holy!
You know, I will tell you this: the restaurants out there and everybody else, they realize that people will pay for. Remember, I told you I didn't have.
I would not. Okay, so you might, and that's good. I personally would not order this.
And see, I would.
I wouldn't.
But my point is that a lot of these
taste preference.
Yeah.
And that's
because you can have the real stuff.
Well, not only that, there's certain taste things that would not I don't know. I'm particular.
Yeah.
I'm very particular.
I am surprised though how much this tastes like a gin and tonic, because I think it really does.
And
not a great one. It's got no aviation in it.
No.
But
no, and maybe that's it, because gin and tonic is, like I said, I hadn't ordered one in a long time. But when I had one and I was like, ooh, I really like this, it was a good gin and tonic. Yeah. I've had some crappy ones, and that's probably why I veered away from them. And then when I had that really good one, and the second really good one, and I went home and I bought the stuff to make some at home. And I made some really good ones at home. But if I went somewhere and it wasn't great, it's the same thing with an old fashioned. If I had some old fashions, I'm not going to jump to them. Except I know what good ones taste like. So, I just be a little bit more discriminating when I order them, like who's making it and how they're making it.
Well, this gives me hope. I'm looking forward to the Paloma now. I'm a big fan of Palomas. And what was the other one?
I don't know.
They also had a espresso martini, which I miss more than any other drink, which is so weird because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I just love espresso martinis. Haven't been able to have one of those, but now I'll try theirs.
It'll be interesting.
Like I said, it's not what Julie's looking for, because she can have the real stuff, but I can't. So this is.
No, but there is some non-alcoholic things that I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do this without even thinking twice about it.
Yes.
This just isn't my speed, and that's okay. Everybody has different taste buds. I'm sure there's alcoholic drinks that you drank that I'm like, yeah, no. Beer.
Yeah.
No,
we learned that lesson hard enough.
So I mean, everybody just be open-minded, people, to realize that we're designed for individuality. We're not designed to be clusters. So because somebody else likes it and you doesn't make it bad or good. It makes it a preference, and preferences are completely individual.
Unless it's liver for dinner.
Yeah, I'm on board with you with that one.
This says it's made in Australia, which I was unaware of. And it's best consumed chilled. That makes sense. Now, here's that. Remember we talked about nootropic, the special ingredients they put in this for this? Mm-hmm. That supposedly support mental clarity and mood when consumed regularly as part of this. And they had a definition of what it was. The nootropic blend is oat extract. I don't even want to try to say that word, but I'll do it. Try it. Shishendra, lemon balm, passion flower, and green tea.
So they're herbs.
That's their buzz from these herbs.
And some people claim that they get a buzz from herbs.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
By the way, I'm getting the hiccups from this, is what I'm getting, just like you did. That's its big takeaway.
The garnish with a sprig of rosemary.
It's a good idea.
That would be, because I really like the smell of rosemary with certain things. There are times when I'm drinking a glass of wine and having a sprig of rosemary in my hand. Oh my God. It's like, wow. Or basil. It's intoxicating for me. So sometimes smells for me work as much as tastes do.
If I remember, I will bring you and if I can make it last, because I don't know that I can, but there is a bakery in Bishop that makes rosemary juniper cookies. And it's just a sugar cookie, good sugar, but it's packed with rosemary and juniper, and it's delicious. They have to put it in a separate bag because it'll leak into the other cookies,
Yeah.
But I think you'll like, and I know you're not eating cookies, but you can have a bite or two.
A taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm such a foodie, but I like food that makes sense. I don't like food that just doesn't make sense. I'm passionate about good food.
So you don't like Big Macs?
Well, no, they're not. I don't get passionate over Big Macs. They're not my obsession, for sure. And I will eat one if I have to. But I am passionate about certain food combinations and certain foods, because paired well can be absolutely everything.
It's true. It's absolutely true. So I'm giving a thumbs up to NOOT this week. We'll see what happens next time we get a chance to take, which probably won't be for a couple of weeks, but we'll get to it. And I'm very pleased with this so far. And they are on clearance currently at Sprouts.
Okay.
So I may go get another case of these just to have around the house. So I think that's it for this week. We'll see you on Friday. We won't see you the following Friday, but we'll be back after that. And we're going to try our rum cask then and see, because we're going to put some fresh rum in it now and see if that cools things off a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just was a little hot. There was still some good flavor in there. It was just hot from the start all the way to the finish, down to your stomach.
It changes so dramatically. It just stuns me. It's one of the things that I look forward to doing this show every week, even though Julie has to be the taster now. I'm curious how much it changes in that time. And it does change considerably.
We've seen some dramatic changes with it. I just think that spout, I took the bunghole completely out, and then I had to do a complete 360 to make that spout work, which is kind of odd.
It shouldn't have to go that. Yeah, it should go 3/4 or one.
Well, you would
quarter.
think that it would be like that, but it wasn't.
It never has been before, right? Today it was. Or? Today
was the first time that I turned it all the way around, and I thought, oh, maybe it's empty, because I got it completely turned around, and then I turned it just a quarter more, and then all of a sudden it started to pour out. So it was behaving a little bizarre.
It's probably cut like this at the back, and so the if the liquid's here, you have to turn it to get it to go to that level.
Yeah, so I might have turned it the wrong
my technical
direction.
Explanation, by the way.
But it was definitely like, wow, I'm turning it a lot and it's not going, and it should be going and it's not going. And then all of a sudden I turned it just that little bit more, and then it turned.
We'll fill it up and check it out in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. 3 weeks. When Julie's back, when we're back in studio, we'll test it out that way too, before I buy a new cask, because I hate to break in a new cask too.
No, and it's been with us for a while. It's kind of, it's sentimental.
It's a gift from Devin Crow, the anime show, and it's got a little monkey in the side of it. So anyway, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Have a great weekend.
Yes, find something to do. There's plenty. You can always do this. Sure, you've seen the big stuff on TV. They made the Statue of Liberty disappear. They've walked through the Great Wall of China. They've fired a .44 Magnum and caught the bullet in their teeth. But have you ever seen magic close up? I mean really close up. So close you can reach out and touch it. Well, now you can at Spellbound at the Table. Join your hosts, father and son team James and Joshua Lantine, as they treat you to an evening of close-up magic that takes place right before your eyes, mere feet or sometimes even inches away. Each month they welcome a special guest magician, handpicked from the legendary Magic Castle, who will astonish you with amazing feats that would seem impossible anywhere except in a theater of magic. Spellbound at the Table, an awe-inspiring evening of miracles and wonder, takes place every second Friday at 7 p.m. at the House of Magic in Santa Paula. For more information or tickets, please call 1-855-300-4422 or visit thomagic.org. Yeah. So anyway, to come out here tonight, check out Spellbound at the Table. You'll be glad you did.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other things going on. The improv show is going to be at the Glen Tavern Inn.
Correct. Because we're going to be tented next weekend. And that was when our makeup show, because of the holiday weekend, we didn't bother trying to do a show because most of the people were out of town.
Yeah.
We're going to end up doing it at the Glen Tavern Inn, which will be fun because you'll have access to food and drinks. And
Ghosts.
the new banquet hall has been basically reinvigorated for Jim. She's allowing him to have control of that.
Nice.
So he's doing a lot of the stuff.
Taking over Santa Paula one venue at a time.
The back hallway that is to the speakeasy was designed by my youngest son because they needed plans for it to submit to the city to get approved to be able to put that back speakeasy hallway in because he's an engineer. Or an engineer in training because he's in college for engineering and he knew how to use CAD. They were able to use his design, and it's just a simple back hall, but it's still, that's my boys.
Yes, that's the Jerry Lantine hallway.
So
when's that? So the speakeasy is not open yet, right? It's there, but it's not open.
Yeah, they're still working on refining it and putting things together, but they have the stage and it's the banquet hall that was off to the side. They just designed, instead of people just coming in from the front door, on the back side to make it a little more interesting.
I like
that. They created a little hallway, and then that back entry is kind of more secluded. So they call it the speakeasy.
Like the Amendment out at Camarillo. It's a Vietnamese restaurant out front, but if you go through the restaurant and have dinner there because the food's great, and then go through there's a tiny little door near the kitchen that leads you into the speakeasy, which is the Amendment, or you can go to a door and knock on the door and there's a little window that opens there. It's also a really great place. Speakeasies are fun.
Yeah, and it's because it's the Glen Tavern.
Yeah.
There has to be
one. I'm surprised there wasn't.
Yeah, there has to be some uniqueness and some fun, spooky, kind of crazy little things because that's what makes it great. And
you need a ghost story for back there.
Monica, who is the daughter of the owners that were there before, she's really works really well with Jim, and they're doing the magic there every Friday and Saturday, and so they're always working together with things, and they've always had that banquet hall, but it's just been a
banquet hall.
So now they're really working. It's all red now on the inside,
cool.
And they're trying to really beef it up to make it something so we can do events there. And most of the events that are going to be in there are going to be stuff that Jim has booked. So he's going to work with them. I mean, of course, Jim has been really working with them, period, to get things moving because he knows a lot of people in the city and stuff. So he got them all their permitting and stuff like that. So, he's the in
He's
guy.
a driving force is what he is. So
he is the in guy.
I hadn't heard about that speakeasy that turning into that. That's good news.
Yeah. It won't be open regularly. It's definitely an event venue.
Yeah, but you can have all kinds. I mean, if they have one of the shopping events down there, they could open that up for the shopping event.
Yeah, there'll be all sorts of things that we can book out for in that room. And
Poison, you can get Poison to play there now that you guys are close personal friends.
That's so fun. I had so much fun seeing it's funny because I wasn't entirely sure. Sometimes these musicians change so much. I wasn't sure if I was going to recognize him, but as soon as I saw him, I went, "Oh, hell yeah,
that's Ricky Rocket." Tell everybody your joke, and then we'll call it a day. The one about the second one I think was the best.
What happens to a cougar when she starts wearing hearing aids? She becomes a def leopard.
Metal! All right, folks. We'll see you next week on a smaller version of the show, but we'll still have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.